Good evening. Muy buenas noches a todos. My name is Dr. Art Pimentel, and I have the honor of serving as the Acting Chancellor for the Yuba Community College District. To the class of 2021, distinguished guests, members of the Board of Trustees, dignitaries, faculty, staff, friends, and loved ones who are here joining us tonight via live stream, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to such an important celebration for our district and communities. Last year, when we gathered for our commencement ceremonies, I remarked that this was the first virtual ceremony, and I hoped that it would be our last. But here we are again. It has been a difficult year, trying in many ways that many of us could not have predicted. Our lives, our educations, our livelihoods have all been impacted. But today, we recognize our perseverance in the face of these unprecedented obstacles. How we gather is not as important as why we gather. And we're here to honor your achievements, your commitment. Most importantly, we honor the contributions our graduates have made to our campuses and the inspiration they have given to their friends and families, and our community as a whole. Personally, I feel deeply indebted to our faculty and our staff for your flexibility and commitment to our students. And I'm grateful to our students for weathering such a tumultuous period and finding a way to make the most of your education. I know it has not been ideal, but my hope is that we've grown stronger as a community. And I know for certain that I will never again take for granted stepping into a classroom full of students, meeting with our faculty in their offices, or seeing student lounges full of students hunkered over books and laptops, or laughing with their friends. One of the reasons I believe so strongly in the community college system is that it provides equitable access to higher education. We as educators feel the responsibility to support you in achieving your goals and finding the right career and vocation. I'm the child of farm workers and a first-generation graduate. My parents sacrificed so much so that I could have the opportunities not afforded to them, but I still needed important guidance and mentorship in order to succeed on my educational path. I'm forever grateful to my mentors, and their example is why I stand before you this evening. I want to make sure that every student, no matter what obstacles stand in their way, have a chance to pursue their dreams. Graduates, as we celebrate your achievement, I want to encourage you to serve as mentors yourselves, to give back to your community, to find ways to make your personal successes our community's successes. Congratulations again to the class of 2021.
Welcome, bienvenidos. My name is Casey Gardner. I'm the Acting President and Vice President of Instruction here at Woodland Community College. On behalf of all of the administrators, faculty, and staff at the college, congratulations to each and every one of our graduates. As an administrator, graduation is one of my favorite academic rituals. The flowers, the decorated caps, family members, music, and even the speeches. But this wasn't always the case. In fact, I didn't even attend my own community college graduation. And I've thought a lot about that over the past spring. And I didn't attend because I felt that community college was a stopover on the way to something greater. And I didn't let myself celebrate because I wanted to stay hungry and avoid going soft. I didn't realize at the time the importance of celebrating the milestones and sharing the joy of accomplishment with friends and family. Today, I'm confident that you've reached an important milestone, and you've done so during a time of acute national crisis. Over the past few years, you've braved a global health crisis, economic shocks that squeezed basic needs, an emotional reckoning with America's troubled racial legacy, and wildfires that have scorched our communities, fouled our air, and at times even blocked out the sun. You've overcome all of these challenges in addition to the usual suspects that students often face, like balancing tight schedules, budgeting for needed materials, and completing challenging coursework, all while keeping the faith that your hard work will make a difference. Regardless of whether you're starting your career, transferring, or just ready for your next pursuit, you've made it to an important milestone. You've been tested under extreme conditions. Your grit and determination have shown through, and I truly believe that the sky is the limit for each of you. Thank you for choosing our college for your journey. Woodland Community College, your future. Felicidades a los estudiantes y las familias. Gracias por la oportunidad de servirlos. Tu colegio, tu futuro. Thank you.
Good evening to all students, faculty, family, and friends. I'm taking a moment to thank you all for joining the 2021 class to celebrate this life-changing moment. My journey at Woodland Community College has been one for the ages and something that I will remember for the rest of my life. I'm fortunate that I come from a family that values education, as my father and older brother both went to college. As I was growing up, and still to this day, my father always tells me to stay focused and don't lose sight of the goal at the end of college, graduation. I feel like he says this to me every week, and it became annoying. However, it made me want to keep going. It is like a message that perseverance and constant grind are keys to being successful in college and pushing through the finish line. No matter how hard it gets, always remember that others in your life are there to support you and help you guide you on your educational journey. Through my time at Woodland Community College, I have participated and joined programs from TRIO to EOP-NEST, along with being in DSPS and MESA. These programs kept me guided by meeting with counselors such as Nellie and Lainey and getting things done like every semester, like attending workshops to increase my knowledge in a subject area. Along with this, I've also helped out with campus clubs and participated in ASWCC. I remember when I first joined ASWCC, I was fascinated with how these weekly meetings can leave an impact on students in the college. I'm proud as a member of ASWCC that positive changes come to campus, and it's always nice to hear the wonderful things that are said about ASWCC from around campus. One thing that I always remember about WCC is the faculty and staff that work here. The list is so big, but I would like to give a shout out to the amazing work the college has done to help students succeed and move on in their educational journey. Example is this semester I would come to campus and print things needed for my classes from EOP-NEST and DSPS. It's a big help for me because I do not have a printer at home. I'm glad that EOP-NEST and DSPS kept the computer lab open through the pandemic for students to use. This is just one of the things that WCC offers to students, and I will never forget my time being here. My goal is to come back once the pandemic is over and visit all my faculty and staff here. To the class of 2021, one word I would tell you all to never forget is hope. Hope is a feeling that a certain thing will happen. With hope, you can use this to always make sure you are on track and focused on what is needed to be done. Like my fellow graduates, there were nights where I stayed up late to complete work that needed to be done. However, I always had faith and hope that everything will go well. Through hope and hard work, goals can be reached and milestones will be accomplished. Good luck to all my fellow graduates in the class of 2021. May all your endeavors come true, and I hope that you're all staying safe. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Next, I'll be introducing Academic Senate President Christopher Howerton.
Good evening. My name is Christopher Howerton, and I have the honor of serving as the Faculty Academic Senate President. On behalf of all the faculty of Woodland Community College, including those faculty who serve our Lake County campus, our Colusa County campus, or here at Woodland, I would like to congratulate each and every one of you on this hard-fought milestone in your academic journey. Tonight, the conferring of your individual degrees and certificates signifies not only your academic achievements, but also your perseverance, dedication, and drive. More notable is that you reached this point while the world was responding to an international pandemic, social unrest, movements for social justice, and experiencing a politically charged climate. The educational adjustments we all had to make is no small feat. During this past year, you adapted, as education had to convert and rely heavily on technology and distributed distance learning education modalities. You adapted, as we all found ourselves in increasing uncertainty of what was to come. You adapted, as we all experienced increased isolation and other personal pressures that challenged our sense of stability. We may have been forced to distance ourselves from one another, but above all, we remain a community. And tonight is a chance for us to celebrate your success. Personally, I continue to be in awe of all the resilience and fortitude that tonight's graduating class continues to demonstrate. The traits you exhibited, the perseverance, the dedication, the drive, the adaptability, and the grace will continue to serve you well on whichever road your journey takes you next. As you leave WCC, please know we are cheering for you and wish you well as you move into your next adventure. Thank you for letting us be part of your story. Congratulations, graduating class of 2021. Please be well.
It is my greatest privilege to be considered to represent the class of 2021 during the event of virtual commencement ceremony here at Woodland Community College. I would like to thank WCC faculty, counselors, staffs, friends, and family for making this day possible. First of all, I would like to congratulate my fellow classmates for making it through all these years, especially the past year and a half. We did it. We were hit by the pandemic. Some of us lost our loved ones. Some of us went through a financial crisis, mental trauma, and a series of unfortunate events, but we never stopped learning. We made it to the final, and today here we are, harvesting what we sowed during our years at WCC. It hurts my soul as I was not wise enough to realize earlier and soon enough the strong bond that was being formed with some of my friends here at WCC, while I was busy pondering the quicker ways to clear up the assignments, tests, and projects. This is a huge day, not only because we're graduating, but it is also a day when we look around and we see the future leaders, engineers, scientists, professors, doctors, nurses, social workers, and many more that WCC has created. I believe that competition is essential in life. A life without competition is like a tree in a desert, lacking purpose and motivation. But here is a question we need to ask ourselves. Whom do we compare ourselves with? Whom do we compete with? The answer is simple, ourselves. We should look at our lives a year ago, a month ago, even a week ago, and see if we have made any progress. Comparing our lives to others will give us nothing but pain and sorrow, and it will never for sure let us be happy. Almost all of the people I went to high school with have already graduated from a 4-year college and are a step closer towards fulfilling their dreams. When I look at them, I tell myself that everyone has their own timeline. We have our own trajectory. All we need to do is keep moving on, keep pushing ourselves, keep trusting ourselves. If we do that, we know that we are going to achieve them one day. This will be the day we thank ourselves for not quitting, for not deciding to give up on something that we're really interested in. Let's work hard and smart until that day comes. Thank you and congratulations again. Go Eagles!
Thank you, Acting President Gardner, Yuba Community College District Acting Chancellor Pimentel, faculty, staff, friends, families, and most importantly, the graduating students of Woodland Community College, class of 2021. You did it. You graduated from one of the top community colleges in the nation. Congratulations. I'm honored to celebrate such a joyous occasion with all of you. Let's take a moment to thank all of the parents, family members, and friends who have supported you all along the way to graduation today. It's their love and support that helped you reach this milestone. Let's also acknowledge all of the teachers, counselors, staff, and others who have helped shape your college journey. At Woodland Community College, You had a whole community invested in your success. UC Davis shares this dedication to helping students succeed. And we have a strong commitment to community colleges. In fact, we're the first University of California campus to host a community college center right on campus. The Sacramento City College Davis Center opened in 2012. Transfer students are an important part of our UC Davis community. As a matter of fact, I hope to see some of you at UC Davis as transfer students. We love community college transfers who enroll on our campus and continue their education right here in Northern California. UC Davis is the most comprehensive school in the University of California system. We offer more than 100 undergraduate majors and more than 90 graduate programs. No matter what you study, you'll find a world-class education and a diverse, welcoming community. Diversity, equity, and inclusion are core values at UC Davis. As a public university, UC Davis has an obligation to reflect the demographic makeup of our diverse state, and that is a commitment we take very seriously. Our state is increasingly diverse. In fact, for the 2019-2020 school year, 54.9% of students in California's public K-12 schools were Latinx. The future of higher education in California will rely on campuses like Woodland Community College and UC Davis to effectively integrate, educate, and support an increasingly diverse student population. UC Davis is also very close to being designated as a Hispanic serving institution by the U.S. Department of Education. That requires 25% of our domestic undergraduate student body to be Hispanic. The HSI designation opens the door to grants and resources that will benefit all of our rising scholars. We know that it's not enough just to increase the numbers of ChiLAT students on our campus. As with all of our students, we must do everything we can to help them succeed. Now, let me turn my attention to the most important topic of the day, our graduates. The class of 2021 will go down in history. You persevered during COVID-19. Graduating from college is a tremendous achievement. It's something to be proud of during a normal year. But you accomplished this during some of the most tumultuous times our country has ever seen. We've been dealing with incredible disruptions from COVID-19. At the same time, our nation has grappled with the tragic deaths of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and a long list of unarmed people of color. The calls for social justice and systemic change are being made loud and clear all across the country. The past year has been a lot to endure, but you rose to the challenge. You were isolated from your friends and favorite activities. You had to make the transition to online classes. Many of you balanced work, family, financial, or personal challenges with the demands of your studies. But you never gave up. You pressed on, all the way to this wonderful day. And this is just the beginning. A wide world of possibilities awaits. You have bright futures with so much to look forward to. Let this moment and your graduation be a reminder of what's possible. I hope it inspires you to continue learning, contributing, and pursuing all of your dreams. As a lifelong educator, I believe that education is the key to a successful and productive life. And as a fan of the Marvel Universe, I believe that imagination, hard work, and a little faith can take you a long way. You may wonder why a distinguished university leader, recognized for serious scholarship, has not outgrown his childhood fascination with superheroes. As a matter of fact, I've got about 13,000 comic books in my collection, and that number is still growing. I spent a lot of my childhood reading comics and learning about heroes and their superpowers. You have to admit their powers are pretty cool. The Black Panther suit is made of vibranium, a metal that can store and transform energy. Iron Man's signature suit features AI, thrusters, and repulsors. Most importantly, superheroes like Captain Marvel, Iron Man, the Black Panther are all using their powers for good, and that continues to appeal to me. After all, the world could use more heroes and fewer villains. Some superhero qualities influence my leadership style and way of life. These include using my powers for good, working to make the world a better place, and helping others succeed. As a higher education leader, I believe we can do more than just train and educate students. My goal is to actually empower students, like superheroes, to be agents of their own success, career, and destiny, and to do some good in the world. So today, I offer 6 tips for cultivating your inner superhero. First, believe in yourself. You are already stronger than you know. The fact that you are here today is testament to your tenacity. You put in the effort to learn and acquire new skills and knowledge. You developed critical thinking skills that will serve you well far into the future. You also learned important lessons beyond the textbook and the classroom. You learned how to respect differences and practice inclusiveness. You learn what it means to be part of a caring community. So move forward with confidence and the knowledge that you are ready for whatever comes next. Second, don't let anyone get between you and your dreams. If you're passionate about something, if you have an idea about the kind of career you want to create for yourself, don't let anyone persuade you that you can't do it. There will be challenges, but keep pushing through the obstacles that try to get in your way. Don't be afraid to take the initiative and pursue good ideas. And reach out to others if you need help. You may be surprised how many people want to help you achieve your dreams. Third, develop your unique superpowers. Not all heroes wear capes, but I do believe that everyone has secret powers. You just need to discover what they are. So I encourage you to keep exploring and asking questions. Learn all you can about the things that both fascinate and concern you. Fourth, use your powers for good. It can be tempting, especially as you move on in your careers, to judge your success on the size of your bank account, media attention, or the number of likes you receive on social media. I understand. Yet I believe that success is best measured by how we are enhancing the lives of others. So look for opportunities to help others and remember to pay it forward. Soon it will be your turn to give back. I guarantee that a young person will look up to you. They will dream of graduating from college and taking on the world. They may want to follow in your footsteps. Show them what's possible. Be an example of what a person can accomplish when they use their powers for good. And fifth, remember that we're better together. You've probably already discovered this through your experience here at Woodland Community College. There's no limit to what a talented and diverse team can accomplish. With a wide mix of backgrounds, experiences, and ideas, we're more likely to make discoveries and solve problems. So strive to be a team player. Surround yourself with the right people, and you're more likely to find success. Finally, work to make the world a better place. To quote Tony Stark, it's an imperfect world, but it's the only one we got. The world needs you, the next generation of creative thinkers and doers, to help solve some of our greatest challenges, like pandemics, climate change, and social justice. The world needs your intelligence and problem-solving skills. It needs your energy and curiosity. And just importantly, the world needs your spirit of collaboration, that openness to find common ground and inspiration from people of all backgrounds. So I challenge you to use your knowledge and powers to make the world better. You'll have no shortage of opportunities. And with that, I'd like to conclude by wishing you the best on the next step of your journey. I hope you always show the kind of strength and determination that brought you to this day. Regardless of the life that you envision for yourself in the future, know that you are ready. I encourage you to move forward with courage. Continue to think boldly and heroically, and keep striving. I wish everyone happiness, good health, and future success. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Michael Abil. Elisa Aguirre Contreras. Muhammad Ahmad. Magdalena Alamilla. Jennifer Miroslava Alcalá Calderón. Trish Suzanne Alexander. Melanie Lynn Allen. Luis Alfonso Almario. Lacey Marie Altieri. Jaylyn Alvarado. Jacqueline Alvarez Guzman. Joy Nkechi Amagioyi. Alejandro Ambris. Jacqueline Ambris. Diana Anaya. Getsi Anderson. Gigi Eliati Anderson. Marina Elena Anderson. Ivania Francela Areas Lopez. Diana Arevalo. Adileni Arias. Edward Armijo Jr. Muhammad Arshad. Elena Emerald Arsate. Ivan Ascension. Deja Nicole Ashworth. Cristian Rogelio Ayala Urbano. Jorge Alexander Ayala Vasquez. Diego Barajas Gonzalez. Gilberto Barajas Tolento. Luciana Barajas. Margarita Barajas. Nayeli Barajas. Oswaldo Barajas. Sandra Monique Murillo Barajas. Isabel Viviana Barba. Francisco Javier Bautista. Jacqueline Beltrán.
Samantha Bermúdez.
Ana Bermúdez Valadez. Michelle Bermúdez. Jacqueline Gabrielle Berry. Nikesh Bandari. Chloe Isabella Bolanos. Sejal Brahmacharya. Rebecca Bravo. Matthew Michael Bridwell. Daniel Christopher Bristow. Luis Bula. Palladius Christian Bynum. Jose Adrián Campos Moreno. Jorge Cano Garcia. Alondra Cano. Araceli Cano Rubalcaba. Manika Cano. Jessica Renee Cardosa. Oscar Jared Carmona. Mary Elizabeth Carrasco. Julio Daniel Carrillo. Kirsten Nicole Carrillo. Joel Cartuccio. Ashley Nicole Casillas. Andrea Castañeda. Carla Patricia Castañeda Ulloa. Caitlin Nicole Castañeda. Tania Belen Castillo Fernández. Nicole Castillo. Natalie Castro Montenegro. Alejandra Borrego Cerda.
J. Andrew Cerda. Rebecca Amelia Cerón.
Angel Lawrence Cervantes. Noe Cervantes. Evelyn Chacon Rodriguez. Marisa Isabel Chavez. Alejandra Cisneros Enciso. Christine Kobe. Sydney Elizabeth Cohn. Gloria Conrique. Alexis Jasmine Contreras Peña. Juan Contreras Jr. Stephanie Contreras. Zachary Contreras. Anaí Corona. Marcus Anthony Corona. Daniela Corpus Plaza. Jonathan Vincent Corrales. Rocio Cortés Quesada. Corina Cortés. María Cortés. Vanessa Cortés. Tara Nicole Covell. Alan Christopher Coyle. Yana Athena Rose Crawford. Mario Cruz Hernandez. Lisa Charis Cruz. Fernando Cuevas. Nashib Dahal. Ashton Riley Dollar. Shilpi Rani Das. Giselle Alexia Davalos. Allison Nichelle Davenport. Bargueña David. Brianna K. Dawson. Stephanie Cheyenne Dennis. Elizabeth Mary Claire Diaz. Cynthia Dorantes. Ariel Star Dryden Barra. Sarah Echevarria. Cassandra Marie Ene. Liliana Enriquez. Samantha Esparza. Jorge Ubaldo Espinosa. Desla Fallin. Ubera Fatima. Lisette Figueroa. Luis Flores. Citlali Esmeralda Flores. César Augusto Frutos. Vanessa Fuentes. Ryan Zachary Fuller. Daniel Thomas Fullerton. Consuelo María Esqueda. Patricia Guadalupe Galván Ramírez. Noemi Gamboa. Leslie García Hernández. Griselda García de Cárdenas. Alejandra García Herrera. Marisela Marie García. Sonia Gill. Noel Kathleen Yared. Alejandro Contreras Godínez. Michael Wayne Galladay. Diana Gomez. Emily Sofia Gomez. Marco Gomez. Susana Gomez Camacho. Dakota Ray Gonzalez. Lorena Guadalupe González Estrada. Alma Elizabeth González. Manuel González. Michael González. Andrew Gradziel. Darlene Kaur Greval. Gurtaj Singh Greval. Mayin Aranzazu Gutierrez Fuentes. Adrián Gutierrez Loza. Elidania Gutierrez. Ashkale Hailu. Medhanit Tamin Hailu. Gracie Ann Hammerstrom. Emily Ann Hansen. Carla Aro Garcia. Naima Hassan. Noel Hassan. Maria Jasmine Hawley Peters. Ronald Hayes. Cheyenne Michelle Hecht. Erin Rachel Velasquez. Mayra Hernandez Jimenez. Irma Suraya Hernandez Torres. Alicia Guadalupe Hernandez. Ashley Noel Hernandez. Eva Hernandez. Ezra Alia Hernandez. Getsemani Hernandez. Olga Hernandez. Ramiro Jose Hernandez. Michael Hickel. Silvia Igareda de Bridge. Christian Lucia Hunter. Vincent Michael Hutchins. Anna Inatovich. Asia Jackson. Shamin Jalil. Bedish Janati. Karina Jauregui. Adriana Cristina Jimenez Illescas. Andrés Jesús Jiménez. Araceli Jiménez. Erica Lee Johnston. Areli Juarez. Diana Juarez. Hakima Kasset. Kayla Alexandria Kennedy. Ashim Ali Khan. Asiana Cassidy Kidd. Robert Michael Kraus. Cassidy Kirkendall. Jessica Danai Lagarda. Sophie Grace Lambert. Marwa Chahenes Lamsia. Sara Itzel Lara Gonzalez. Emma Leahy Hill. Sydney Faye Leahy Hill. María Juvelina León. José Jesús Leos. Madeline Colleen Lepper. Vanessa Victoria Lee. Justin Lieberman. Alondra Valeria Licea. Genesis Giselle Licea Lopez. Juan Carlo Limón. Salvador Jesús Linares. Devin Michael Lindsay.
Mark Stephen Munoz. Melissa Estrella Murillo. Stephen Matthew Murillo. Shannon Elise Murray. Jorge Nares. Brianna Elisa Navarro. Sandra Navarro. Dean Donald Blaze Newman. Megan Rose Nehughes. Tommy Ann Noble. Cynthia Noriega. Brandon Michael Oates. Lauren Nicole Alswing. Maria Ordaz. Mariana Orduño Hernández. Marisa Orozco. Marisa Ortiz. Amanda Marie Ottman. Italy J.L. Overton. Juliana Padilla. Montserrat Padilla. Cynthia Yvette Palos. Samuel Pelosi. Elizabeth Guadalupe Pamplona. Irvin Peña. Alexis Perez. Anissa Mariah Perez. Caroline Perez. Darlene Jacqueline Perez. Ivana Clara Perez. Jennifer Perez Rios. Gina Marie Perkins. Christian Pesqueda. Kylie Lois Peterson. Naina Pujal Achario. Noemí Guadalupe Pimentel Ríos. Adela Marisa Piñón Díaz. Mayra Plasencia Sandoval. María Raquel Pohl. Ariana Umena Papau. Marco Porras. Jasmine Portillo. Abel Preciado. Emilce Preciado. Yvette Marie Calzada. Guillermo Quintero. Julissa Emma Quintero. Jasmine Quiroz. Elda Susana Radia Morales. Brandon Scott Ramirez. Ricardo Alejandro Ramírez. Cecilia del Carmen Ramírez Ábalos. Andrés Ramírez Castro. Carla Cecilia Ramírez García. Antonio Ramos Esquivel. Sarah Ann Ray. Elise Lourdes Rendon. Alondra Amy Reyes. Melissa Reyes. Micaela Marie Reina. Caitlin Marie Richardson. Patrick John de Guzman Rirar. Almendra Rivera. Jessica Rivera. Marcos Ramón Rivera. Dulce María Rivero. Fatima Noor Rizwan. Leonardo Daniel Robles Conrique. Ariana Giselle Rocha. Yolanda María Rocha. Juan Pablo Rodríguez. Vanessa Rodríguez. Rosa Rodríguez Paredes. Jessica Lynn Reckel Navacio. Santiago Romo. Cecilia Viviana Ruiz Ordaz. Julissa Baez Ruiz. William Richard Ramsey. Fariel Forhar Safi. Usha Sa. R.A. Donna C. Sahabanda. Cristian Adrián Salazar. Jennifer Saldaña. Daniela Salgado. Adriana Carelli Samaniego. Sadaf Sana. Mary Josephine Sanchez. Alex Sanchez Dominguez. Mandaha Singh Sandhu. Kiranveer Kaur Singha. David Lawrence Santana. Annette Marlene Santos. Diana Janine Santos. Mark Ross Sanders. Cami Lynn Saylor. Cody Tanner Schmidtens. Emily Margaret Schreiner. Alexandra Segura. Rosalba Segura. Emily Megan Sepulveda. Faiza Ali. Skylar Jade Sharp. Claire Elise Stroyer Schreier. Angela Joy Sherman. Jennifer Nicole Showalter Perez. Neva Shrestha. Joshua Vishwa Vijay Singh. Brenda Solis. Brandon Solorio. Carrie Solorio Melgoza. Teresita Soto Perez. Jessica Lynn Sousa. Liberty Rhea Steele. Brianna Celeste Tanaka. Emily Demores. Grace Lynn Thibodeau. Andrew Isaiah Thomas. Melissa Yvonne Torres Carranco. Adán Alejandro Toledo Ocampo. Pablo Imonol Tovar. Megan Lee Trainum. Jennifer Crystal Turman. Erika Julia Tuxpan. Yanivel Valdez Acuña. Mayra Alejandra Valdivia. Rosario Monyor Valenzuela. Ángel Barajas. Samantha Lara Vázquez. Castro Vázquez. Karina Vega de Araujo. Vanessa Velázquez. Stephanie Velázquez Orozco. Nayeli Velázquez. Alexander Velázquez. Rubí Yaricet Vera. Kevin Alejandro Verduzco. Christine Elizabeth Weiss. Melina Isabel Villanueva. Alexis Marie Villegas. Ricardo Andrés Villegas. Ángel Emanuel Vital. Julieta Angelina Fifwis. Nicole Amanda Washington. Robin Allison Wilcox. Shelby Brian Witten. Galen Mar Wolf. Rachel Gill Woltersdorf. Li Yang. Maharona Yassar. Stephanie Elizabeth Zamora. Mohammed Zishan.
Good evening, everyone. Graduates, let's take a moment to thank faculty, staff, and leadership at Woodland Community College for the numerous hours spent converting expertly crafted lessons to online instruction, providing student guidance through updating technology systems, and creating protocols and practices to keep campus functioning safely. Graduates, these Herculean efforts were happening behind the scenes throughout this year to ensure that you were able to attain the goals that we're celebrating this evening. Let's hear it for the dedication of professors, administrators, and support staff who kept things moving forward during this incredibly challenging year. And now, graduates, tonight we celebrate you. And what you have demonstrated throughout this difficult year can be called nothing short of superpowers. These superpowers have manifested themselves in numerous ways. For example, most of you were able to learn a subject, ace exams, and pass a course without even stepping foot in a classroom. Many of you juggled jobs, running a household, and caring for a child or family member while completing a degree or certificate. And all of you stayed the course as you feared for or grieved a loved one, dealt with your own struggles and isolation as the pandemic threatened your resolve. The superpowers you exhibited this year might better be defined as perseverance, hard work, and determination. They have helped to bring you to this place tonight, a step closer to accomplishing your goals and realizing your dreams. As you move on from Woodland Community College, discover your passion and consider ways to use these keenly developed superpowers. Perhaps use your determination to take a stand for social justice. Consider developing perseverance in others by volunteering to distribute food at a local food bank. Or practice the hard work of seeking to understand the perspective of another to perpetuate peace and compassion in our communities. You are all superheroes in your own right. Go out into this big old world and do good. Congratulations on your accomplishments, Woodland Community College graduates of 2021. And now, will the candidates please stand? By the order of the Board of Trustees, and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I now confer upon the candidates the Associate of Arts and Associate of Science degrees and admit them to the honor, rights, privileges, and obligations pertaining thereto. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. You may now move your tassels from the right to the left, signifying your new academic status. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the class of 2021.
Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here, a celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! It's a celebration. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here, a dedication to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate and party with you. Come on now. Let's all celebrate and have a good time, yeah, yeah. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! It's a celebration. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's